Inshallah, in today's Masayib, I would like to remember Aun and Muhammad, the children of Sayyidah Zainab. But before I speak about Aun and Muhammad, just to get us ready for the Masayib, I have a short story. The story is that one day a man, every Muharram, he used to provide the niyaz for the azadar of Imam Hussain. Every year, he used to save up money, then he used to use that money to buy food, cook it, and give it to the azadar of Imam Hussain. This was his yearly task. One year, he doesn't have any money, so he becomes sad, and he thinks to himself, I have no money. How am I going to be able to provide niyaz to the azadar of Aba Abdullah? He starts crying. His wife comes and says, what's wrong? He says, I have no money. I can't produce niyaz to give to the azadars. I'm crying because I can't. She says, I have something very valuable. So he turns to her and says, you have something valuable and you're hiding it from me? Give me that valuable thing. She says, I don't know how valuable you would see this in your eyes, but the only valuable thing that I have is my young son. If you want, take him to the bazaar, sell him, get some money, prepare the niyaz for Aba Abdullah and feed the azadar. So the father takes his son, he goes towards the marketplace where slaves used to be sold. He says to his son, listen, when I sell you, wherever you go, make sure you don't embarrass me, work hard. I am selling you for Aba Abdullah, not for myself. He sells his son in the marketplace. A man comes, gives him a lot of money. He says, no, I don't need this much money. He gives half of the money back. He says, I only need enough money so that I can cook food for niyaz for the azadar of Imam Hussain. That's it. So he sells his son. He comes home. Him and his wife are crying. All of a sudden, there's a knock on the door. He answers the door. His son is standing there. The father says, you have done my best. You have embarrassed me. The man has returned you back to me. What did you do? He says, oh father, the same reason why you sold me, that man who you sold me because of, Aba Abdullah al-Hussain, has told me to come back to you, and he's got a message. What's that message? He says, oh man, I sacrificed Ali al-Akbar in Karbala, you don't need to give me your son. I sacrificed Qasim, you don't need to give me your son. I gave Aun and Muhammad, you don't need to give me your son. Take your son back and give the niyaz to the azadar. When we remember Aun and Muhammad in our Masayib today, the two children of Zainab, how old were they? Aun was 9 and Muhammad was 11. So when Imam Hussain was leaving Medina, Imam Hussain would say to Sayyidah Zainab, you don't need to take Aun and Muhammad. They're too young. Let them stay home with their father Abdullah ibn Ja'far al-Tayyar. So they send their children back into the house. As Sayyidah Zainab is leaving, she's leaving for the final time. So she comes to say goodbye to her husband Abdullah. Abdullah says, Ya Zainab, you are leaving. What about Aun and Muhammad? Sayyidah Zainab says, Aba Abdullah has requested to leave them home. Abdullah says, no. Take Aun, take Muhammad. One will be your sacrifice, one will be my sacrifice. On the 9th of Muharram, every mother is sitting with their child saying, tomorrow I want you to go die for Aba. Where have you ever seen mothers like this? Mothers would do anything they can to protect their sons. Mothers will not eat, provided their children can eat. A mother will not sleep, provided their children can sleep. But on the day of Shab-e Ashur, mothers are saying to their children, tomorrow I want you to go die for Aba Abdullah. Sayyidah Zainab says to Aun and Muhammad, tomorrow both of you will have to go die. I don't want to see you tomorrow morning walking around. When the day of Ashura comes and the companions are dead and a few Sahaba are dead, and the Ahlul Bayt are now fighting. Sayyidah Zainab comes out of her tent. She sees Aun and Muhammad still walking around. So she calls them. She says, Aun, Muhammad, why are you still here? Why have you not sacrificed yourselves? They say, our uncle does not give us permission. Aba Abdullah is saying, jihad is not wajib on children. He's not giving us permission. We don't know what to do. So Sayyidah Zainab comes to her brother. She says, oh my brother, is it fair that you give Ali al-Akbar and I don't give Aun and Muhammad? How will I face my mother Zahra on the day of judgment? That Aba Abdullah is going to give Ali al-Asghar and I can't give Aun and Muhammad? Aun and Muhammad get ready. They ascend into the battlefield. They begin fighting ferociously. So much so they kill multiple members of the enemy. It came to a stage where one of the enemy troops said, "This is Bani Hashim. These boys are trained by Abul Fadl al-Abbas. You can't kill them like this. If you want to kill these children, separate them from each other and then attack them from all sides." So they separate Aun. They separate Muhammad. They begin attacking Aun. They begin attacking Muhammad. It came to a point where both Aun and Muhammad were struck so ferociously that both boys fell off their horse onto the ground of Karbala. All of a sudden they would say, "Assalamu alayka ya Aba Abdullah." May peace and blessings be on you, Ya Aba Abdullah. Please, uncle, come and help us. We have fallen on Karbala. Imam Hussein would rush towards Aun, and Abul Fadl al-Abbas would rush towards Muhammad. They would place them in their laps. They would say, "Do you have any last request?" Aun and Muhammad both would have the same statement. What was the statement? They would say, "Tell our mother Zainab that no matter how thirsty we were, we did not go towards the river of Furat. We promise you, O mother, we did not drink a single drop of water." Aun and Muhammad then leave this world. Abu Abdullah brings their bodies back to the tent. Sayyidah Zainab does not cry for Aun and Muhammad. After Karbala, after Sham al-Ghariba, she does not cry for Aun and Muhammad. She goes to Kufa, she does not cry for them. She goes to Sham, all Zainab says is, "Ya Hussein, Ya Abbas." She comes back to Karbala on Arba'in. She does not say, "Ya Aun and Muhammad." She doesn't even go to the graves of Aun and Muhammad. She goes straight to the grave of Abbas, straight to the grave of Hussein. Until finally she comes towards the grave of Aun and Muhammad, and all of a sudden she sees that there is a woman sitting on the grave of Aun and Muhammad. And inshallah we will end with this. She is sitting on the grave of Aun and Muhammad, and this woman is crying out loud, and she is saying, "Oh my son Aun, oh my son Muhammad." So Sayyidah Zainab thinks, Aun and Muhammad are my children. Who is this woman crying for Aun and Muhammad? So Sayyidah Zainab gets down on her knees. She taps this woman. She says, "Oh lady, who are you that you are crying for my children?" This woman turns around. Who was it? It was Fatima to Zahra. She says, "Oh Zainab, you cry for my sons, I will cry for your sons."